Hi, it's Colette and welcome back to my channel. Today we have an exciting topic to dive into. Have you ever felt a strong pull, a series of synchronicities, or an unexplained sense of guidance? Have you ever wondered what messages the universe is trying to send you? Well, in this video, I'm going to ask my Wisdom of the Oracle deck to help us decode those messages and gain a deeper understanding of what the universe is trying to communicate. Here's the thing. The universe is always communicating with us. Signs, synchronicities, funny little moments of coincidence are not bound by our linear thinking. They work in mysterious ways, and sometimes their purpose goes beyond what we expect or desire. Our soul attracts these moments to help us grow, evolve, and transform, and they might even prepare us for something greater that was meant for us all along. Okay, so let's jump in and get started. You're going to love this. So I've taken 6 cards. I'm going to point to each card. This is card number 1, card number 2, 3, 4, 5, and card number 6. So we have 6 cards here. And I want you to take a deep, deep breath. And when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to choose one of the cards numbered 1 through 6. Really pay attention to how each card makes you feel, and then pick the one that feels right or that you're most drawn to. Got it? Awesome. Now that number corresponds with the Oracle card message that's meant for you. Now we're going to take a look at each of the 6 cards. I am going to do a reading on them. We're going to learn what messages the universe might be trying to send you. And now you can always jump to the timestamp listed below in the description to reveal your card in the message. But I usually recommend listening to all the messages just in case you hear something else that jumps out that feels like, ooh, that's meant for me. Okay? I'm so excited. So let's begin. I love doing this. Okay, so for everybody who picked card number 1, the message the universe could be trying to send you is about the card poised in the protection position. That means the universe is trying to prevent you from doing something that you might regret. So the poised card in protection is all about not being ready. And it's saying that sometimes in your life, it's okay to kind of fake it till you make it, but now isn't one of those times. Now is not the time to pretend you're an expert. Now is not the time to BS your way through anything. The best thing that you could say right now when this card shows up for you is, I don't know. I wonder what, right? So being curious instead of pretending you know something is really the most profoundly powerful way you could go about life right now. So don't pretend. You're basically not ready yet to move forward with the big plan. So now you're still in the information gathering stage, and that's what this card says. Now, let's move on to card number 2. So card number 2 from my deck, Wisdom of the Oracle, is also in protection. And again, when the cards are upside down in my deck, it means that the card is preventing you from hurting yourself or preventing you from, making a mistake and getting you back into alignment with what's the best for you, right? So the Between Worlds card, I always get it when it's in protection, when I'm trying to make things happen too fast. And that is what this means for you. It's like you may not be comfortable in the in-between. Like you really want to get to where you're going much faster. And sometimes, especially if you're if you're focusing a lot on manifesting, for example, and it doesn't look like things are happening fast enough, and you make a conclusion, which is inaccurate, that things are crap and it's not happening and you must have done something wrong. And this is not that at all. It's saying you need to get a little bit more comfortable in the in-between stage, because that's where all the action really is what you do in this phase of manifestation and this phase of living your life and being really focused on the now and seeing the gifts that are there for you, because the treasure is right in front of you. It's not down the road. So this reminds you it's not the destination, it's the journey getting there that's got the most power for you today. Okay, so slow down, let go. Don't worry that you haven't got to where you think you need to go yet, because it's still coming. But what do you do now? It's acting as if this was true for you and really loving this part of in between where you can co-create an extraordinary life for yourself. This is all about becoming that person, to be that person that you think you say you want. The truth is that you have to change yourself a little bit in order to meet that vision that you may have for your life that you want to manifest. And this is actually a lot of fun. Okay, card number 3. Card number 3 is about rigorous honesty. So sometimes, especially if, we're in a challenging situation with somebody else, we might be a little bit in denial about our part in those things. And that doesn't mean that we were the cause of it. It just means that our thinking potentially might be engaging in something that we want to let go of. It also means that we have to get out of denial out of a kind of relationships that we are in that may not be good for us, or even letting go some of our own behaviors that don't really fit the new life that we say that we want. So truth be told is an excellent card for us to do an inventory. Anytime I get the truth be told card, I go, ooh, what do I need to inventory today? Like, where am I in denial? Where do I need to be more honest? Do I need to make amends? Is it mine to make amends? Because sometimes we can, especially if we're healer types, we think we have to apologize for everything that's not even ours to apologize for. So it's like, wait a sec, is this really mine? And getting really honest about that too. Like, what is the behavior you're engaging in? Sometimes this card comes up for people who are unable to say no, for example. So the truth be told card is saying, is this relationship good for you? Are you engaging in people pleasing? Are you giving away your power because you're afraid to say no? So there's lots and lots and lots of stuff to look at when the truth be told card comes. And it's really good to do it because you set yourself free. It's a liberating card. You set yourself free from anything that's holding you back and enables you to cut the cords from the old stories as well that you may be telling that aren't even true anymore, right? We can do that. Okay, now let's pull number 4. So 4 is about unfinished symphony. It's about getting closure. The unfinished symphony may mean that you haven't dotted your I's or crossed your T's on a project. Could also be that you don't have closure in a relationship, and closure is more for you than it is for anyone else. So do you need to forgive somebody? Is that possible? Or how are you still carrying the burdens of the past forward? And what are you still doing over and over again, expecting a different result? So Unfinished Symphony is a beautiful card to remind us that in order for us to move forward, it's also really important for us to see how far we've come. Maybe that's what the unfinished part is that you've just been striving forward and getting really ambitious to keep going without even realizing, look, you aren't the same person anymore. And that is such a key piece that everybody should be doing right now, is to really go, wow, okay, here's where I am now, but here's where I started when I began a spiritual path or spiritual journey, because likely you're not the same person at all, but you haven't even noticed that. So that's really important too. I love the egg. Jenna did such a beautiful job on the art. So there's the egg with the oracle's face in it and this kind of character that's very much like from a circus sitting on it. And there's the unfinished music, right? Because we're all singing us in a symphony where you have your own specific note to play, and maybe it's time to play a new one. Okay. Now, Yin is card number 5. So card number 5 is all about receptivity. And I love this card because it is the card of the divine feminine, and it reminds us the power of receptivity, the power of receiving, the power of tuning into inspiration. It's something given to us. It's not generated by our egos. It's not generated from inside us. We receive intuitive hits. We receive our epiphanies. We receive inspiration for our lives, our businesses, and our relationships. These are things that we receive. Now, we receive them from something sacred. So it's this concept of sacred receptivity and trusting that what we receive and being really, really grateful for this capacity that we have. It also indicates that we need to also be deep listeners when we have the world or people in front of us and we're not listening, we're only hearing ourselves, then we're not receiving what the really important information is that we need. And so this is also about being really present to someone else and deeply listening to what they need and who they are without being assertive at all. This is really not the time for that. It's a time to take it in. It's a time to take it in. So that's card number 5. And it's a loving card. Card number 6 is all about your intuition, deep knowing. If the person who's chosen, if you've picked card number 6 and you've been second guessing yourself, it's time to stop that. So it's time to really, really trust that your intuition is clear, it's true, it's clean, and that initial sense of knowing is what you need to cultivate. So a lot of people don't know that immediate sense of, that plunk, that moment of plunk, I call it, where it just is, something just is. And then we typically get all complicated because our intellect comes in, or no, that's not right, and no, that can't be true, and blah, 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 because this person is so gorgeous, I can't believe they could be lying to me. No, the package is good. But I did feel, right as soon as I set eyes on them, that, ooh, it's a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, this is a great card also to sit with yourself in a journal and go back over all those times when you just knew. Oh my God, I just knew it, and you did it anyway. Like, I totally can think of this when I met my first husband. And I knew that wasn't my actual husband, but I did it anyway. I don't regret it. He was a really great guy, and we both ended up with the partners that we were supposed to, and I fell in love with his mom. So I had some really great gifts from that. But it's kind of like, what would have happened had I really deeply listened? Maybe I would have met Mark earlier. Who knows? Anyhow, these were all awesome messages, and I love doing these, and I'm going to do them again sometime, so stay tuned. Then I want you all to remember that when you notice synchronicities in your life, take a moment to reflect, because those are your oracles, right? The universe, like, your oracles can come from a billboard or a bumper sticker in a car. So just ask yourself, what's the universe trying to tell me? Trust your intuition. Be open to the possibilities that these signs unveil. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope it provided you with some valuable insights into what the universe is trying to communicate to you. And I really want to invite you to share your ahas in the comment section below. Let us know, how did that card apply to you? Because I love reading your comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'm going to see you in the next video.